Hello everyone, my name is Kathy White and I'm a crisis interventionist with the Branch County Coalition Against Domestic and Sexual Violence. The reason I'm here talking with you is usually on a monthly basis in the past year or so we've been holding self-development classes at our various locations, but due to the coronavirus we were unable to do so. So we thought for at least the month of April and May we would be bringing you our classes online or live like we're doing right now so that you can benefit from our different topics that we were going to talk about. So we thought a perfect topic for right now with whatever all this is going on in our world, we thought we would talk about refresh, renew, and recharge. I mean, what better way to do that? Because right now, yes, we're pretty much confined into our homes and we need to feel productive. We need to feel like, okay, I've got to do something, okay? So the best way to feel good about ourselves is definitely to get off the couch, to get dressed when we get up in the morning, take a shower, and have a purpose for that day. Because all in all, you have to think, today is a good day to have a good day, okay? So keep that in mind. So what we're thinking about is kind of like decluttering your lives, because right now everybody's talking about cleaning their houses. So we just thought we'd give you a couple tips maybe. The first thing we were kind of thinking about is don't think of the big picture of things, okay? Everybody's thinking, okay, I want to clean my whole house, okay? Don't think about doing that in one day, okay? Possibly even make a list, maybe make a week's list and put some items down there that you've always been wanting to get to. Then when you get up in the morning, you've only got one thing that you want to conquer for that day. So say for instance, you get up in the morning and that day is for you to get up. You're thinking positively that, okay, I can do this and I'm going to go in and I am going to completely clean and declutter my bathroom, okay? It's good to start small. Don't think about the whole house. Just think of something small. Go into that bathroom. It could take you all day. You don't have to rush into it, okay? Go in and clean that bathroom. Clean out the drawers. Clean out your cupboards. So we're just saying that just don't think too big, okay? But just think of the end result for that day. When that bathroom is completely done with everything you wanted to do with it, it is just going to make you feel so good. You are going to stand back and you're going to look at it and you're going to be so proud of your accomplishment that you're going to actually think, okay, I can't wait to get up until tomorrow morning. And you're going to think positive about going on to that next item on your list, okay? Another tip we were actually thinking about that we wanted to let everybody know was when you're decluttering, you just want to get rid of things, okay? So for instance, if you have on your list that you want to clean out your drawers, say your kitchen drawer, okay? Don't think about the drawers in your entire house. Think about just drawers specifically in one room for that day. Okay, when you open up that junk drawer that pretty much everybody has in their kitchens, okay? When you bring up that kitchen drawer, think about possibly the 3-second rule, okay? Pick up an item, look at it quickly, you will know. You know what, I use that every day. So you want to put that item aside because you want to keep that item in your drawer. You might look at another item and you look at it and you think, well, you know what? I just used that the other day and I know I'm going to be using it again. So of course that's an item that we want to keep, right? Okay, so you put that aside that you want to keep. But you might see an item in there that, for instance, it might be a part to a lamp that guess what? You don't even own the lamp anymore. So therefore, is there any reason to keep that part? No. Throw it out, okay? That makes room for something else that's new that you might want to go out and possibly buy that you can actually use and you're going to make place in that drawer for that new item, okay? And then think about in the big picture of like if you go into your living room or bedroom or somewhere and you decide that there's a table that you just don't use. Or maybe you're just tired of it. You've had it for years. Or there might be a chair, a recliner, or something like that that you just would like to replace or that you're not using. Instead of thinking about the ways of disposing it, first think about maybe a family member or maybe a neighbor has come over to your house and they've complimented you on that, saying that, wow, I really like that chair, or I really like that table. You know what? Reach out to them and ask them if they might want to use that table or chair, because you know what? It's going to make you feel good that you are actually helping them out by giving them something that you know that they really like and that they're going to use. And it's going to make you feel good because you donated, you know, to a great cause. So just think about that. Instead of maybe just thinking about disposing it, reach out to see about donating it first before you do anything.
My name is Yolanda Lozano, and I'm the Sexual Assault Response Team Coordinator at Branch County Coalition Against Domestic and Sexual Violence. I'm here to provide you with the last half of the tips that we wanted to offer you during this time to declutter your space, rejuvenate your life, and refresh your area. So one of the other tips that we wanted to provide you today was to label your items, whether this is craft items, whether this is clothing, food. It's really good to label the things. I know sometimes when we're in a rush and if we don't label our items, we're in a frantic mode in order to try and find what we're looking for. But if we have these labels, I think it makes things a little bit easier when we're trying to find things in a rush. We don't need to be so specific in some of the items that we label, such as specific types of rice, or maybe we don't need to do labeling for certain things by colors or sizes or anything like that. Make it more generalized, nothing too specific, because in that moment we're just going to overwhelm ourselves even more. We're going to stress out about it because we're just being too specific when it doesn't need to be. We just need to keep it simple and easy and something that works for all of us and how we want to label our items. So I just wanted to show you guys here at the shelter, we've been taking the time while we've had some downtime during this virus to kind of get our life in order, our shelter, how we kind of want to continue to run it during this time and in the future as well. So one of the things that we decided to do was label some of our items as well. So I wanted to show you one of the things that we are doing in order to kind of make our time a little bit easier, especially when we do have clients again. So, and this room is our linen closet. This is where we keep all of our extra items, bedding, comforters, pillowcases, and whatnot. And so you'll see in some of these little sections, we have pillowcases that we've labeled. We have our bedding kits so that when someone first comes into the shelter, this is what they are offered. We have our blankets here, lightweight blankets. We have our heavier blankets here in the fall and in the winter. So it just gives you a generalized idea. Doesn't mean that it has to be the same for everybody, but it just gives you an idea of how we can see the kind of ways that it'll work for us in the future so that we are able to find things better for our situation. But everybody's situation, it looks a little bit different. So whatever works for you with labeling, I would recommend doing it. The last tip that we wanted to offer was adding in some fun changes while you are in the process of rejuvenating, refreshing your areas. We're not asking you or telling you that you have to go out and renovate your entire area or your house. It could just be simple, cost-effective, cheap, fun, creative changes in your life. So maybe a throw pillow, a rug, a nice picture frame or picture that you found at the store. Just something that is different for your area. Sometimes when we are looking at the same things in our houses, a lot of the times it gets boring after some times. At first it might be fun, it'd be nice, but after some time just looking at the same thing might be a little bit boring for us. So during this time, it's also a little reward while you're doing all that hard work to kind of get your space in order how you want it to. It's just a nice little treat to be able to see every day now that you've gotten something new to brighten up and make your area and your environment a little bit more friendly or inviting for anybody that may come in the future to visit. So we just wanted to close off with saying we understand that this is a difficult time for everybody. We are trying to stay in our normal schedule as much as we can while adapting to this unprecedented time and not knowing when we can normalize our lives again. So we just wanted to bring this video, to offer this tips and assistance and let everyone know that we are here. We want to be able to create these videos. If you guys have any other tips and ideas for us to be able to use in our self-development classes in the future, if you guys like these videos, please let us know. We're more than welcome to help anybody during this time. We know, like I said, it brings a lot of stress, anxiety for anybody. So we want to be here to create these videos and let everybody know that we're here. During this time, I've seen that a lot of people are using this time to their benefit. So another thing that you guys can do during this time is coming up with different plans and goals and ideas that you want to do now and in the future. Because we know, eventually that our time, we won't have this time again. So maybe planning a vacation that you want to do in the future, or coming up with these new goals that you want to kind of use in the future. So we hope that you guys like this video. We hope that you guys will take these tips and find them helpful, and just know that we are always here. So thank you.